Alright guys, I got this project that I'm about to finish up. Over the fall, I shot some expanding foam in here to seal this up. This door has been leaking ever since we've had the house. I thought it was underneath the door. I realized it was actually all around the door. There was absolutely no insulation in here. The insulation stopped about right here. So you had this whole section that had no insulation whatsoever. Took maybe half a can of expanding foam, did the entire door. Works pretty well. Ripped up some of the, some of the actual sheetrock right there, some right there, but we'll get that fixed. I got some stuff to fix that. The reason it ripped up is they had it silicone sealed up on the wall, I guess, to try to seal out the air. I left it off all winter just to see if I would still have the same issue. This room has stayed very warm. It's been awesome. So now it's time to seal it back up. My wife is gone. Hopefully I can get this knocked out before she comes home. Alright, so I got it mudded up, and if you notice I mudded the whole way up and down all three sides of this. Reason being, the wood door facing was not the same level as the drywall, and especially around in this area it was real bad unlevel. The drywall looked like someone had just beat the crap out of it with a hammer. So I started working on that. I got all my rips patched up, and then I just figured I'd just go ahead and fill it in all the rest of the way so that when I put the molding up here, it's flat and it's resting on something. It's, nothing's left up in the air. Got some 8-penny nails, so once this dries I'll nail that up. Should be plenty long, lots of grip, and I'll sink the heads and sand this up. It'll all look perfect. Alright, here we go. It's drying. It's half dry. If you notice, the outside is dry, it's good and white. The inside is still a little bit darker. It's still moist. I can feel it. It feels very moist still. The outside is room temperature. This is much cooler. So there's just a few ways to tell in case you've never messed with this drywall mud. So looks like I'm gonna have to let this dry overnight, and I did put a lot on, so that's to be expected. Alright, finish this up. Well, the sanding anyway. Mudding that actually had one side effect, one good side effect I wasn't even thinking about. Since I mudded over the actual spraying insulation, the spraying insulation was still a little bit soft. You couldn't sand it. It's not like it's not set. It's been here since fall and it's now summer. But once I put this this drywall compound on there, it actually soaked in a little bit and made the spraying insulation easier to sand. So I was actually able to get this sanded down a little bit easier, which is one thing I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do. But I got it done. Little dust. Normally on drywall compound, what I would do is use a floor sponge, like for tile, and wring every bit of water out. Soak it in water, wring every bit of water out, and then wipe over it real gently. It's a much easier way to get this done. But like I said, I had to sand that down, otherwise that's what I would have done. Now I've got a little bit, you notice out here, the sander went a little bit too far. Just a hand sander, third sheet. I like the third sheet size. But see if I can't throw a coat of paint on it, let it dry, and then nail these suckers up, and it looked like I was never here. Alright, just finished putting my paint on. You notice it looks much better now. Much better. Used my favorite brush. I use that brush for everything. I can trim with it. I can paint walls with it if need be. It's a very good brush. So it should match pretty well once it dries, because this is the same brush I used when I painted this originally around here. So we'll see. I'll let this dry for a day, then I'll put up the molding. Alright, so I just started installing this one molding piece. I've got 4 8-penny nails in it. You notice you can see my paint inside. One more little problem. If I put the new molding piece up, yeah, ugly as crap. So I need this molding piece down about like that, which means I've got to shorten this one I've already got installed, bring it in. I've already got to redo the one on the left because I forgot about it. When I was taking off, I broke it. So I've got to get a new one for the left, shorten all these up. So, but you know what? This will look better than it did at the beginning. Alright guys, notice all the moldings are up. I got some nails sticking out, but I'll sink them in. I wound up not having to shorten the one on the right. It was my fault. I wasn't shoving it down. Floor is carpet, so I wasn't shoving it down into the carpet. Oops. But yeah, got that. Now I just got to sink those and repaint it, and we'll call this one done. Alright guys, just finished this up. Put my paint on there. So we'll call this project done. Except I didn't realize how yellowed that wood was. Now my door's yellow. Looks like I have to repaint the door. Oh well, that's how the projects go around here. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.